Hi everyone, this is going to be an in-depth start-to-finish tutorial on how to encrypt your email using a Mac operating system. Our first step is going to be to download Mozilla Thunderbird. This will replace the normal mail application. You'll download the file like any other application from the Mozilla website. While this is downloading, I'm going to go ahead and install the GPG Tools edition. GPG Tools is a software that will work with Thunderbird to encrypt our emails. Once these files have downloaded, we can open them in the Finder and install them like we would any other application. Double-clicking on the DMG file, allowing it to mount onto the operating system, and then dragging the icon into the Applications folder here. Once it's there, users can open up their Applications folder, scroll down to the T section and find Thunderbird, and double-click it to open. It'll ask if you'd like to create a new email address, but you can say skip this and use my existing email. I'll go ahead and type in my name here, my email address, and my password. Go ahead and click Done. And here we have the account. We can test this account to make sure it's working by sending ourselves a test message. And here it is. So we know that this is working. Now the next step, now that we have Thunderbird installed, the next step is to configure the GPG Tools add-on to make sure that that's working. Here you'll install GPG Tools just like you would any other application. Mount the DMG file. Double-click on the installer. Continue. Go through the process. And I'm going to skip this so I don't have to enter my administrator name or password, but I already have it installed. You'll enter that, continue to click install, and then the next button, and eventually it'll just finish the installation like any other program. And then you'll be able to go to the GPG Tools application by going to your Applications folder, scrolling down, and opening the GPG Keychain Access application. Now here's where we're going to generate a new key pair, which is going to include a public and private key. So you'll go to Key here at the top, and then Generate. You'll enter your full name, now I'm going to uncheck this Upload Key After Generation box because I'm doing this with a test email that I don't ever use, so I don't actually want this in the key database. However, if you're going to use GPG Tools, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and upload this key. You can see the advanced options. You're going to want to leave key type at RSA, the length at 2048, and then you can have the key expire in 2017, that's fine. And then click Generate Key. When it asks you for a passphrase, I strongly recommend that you use a Diceware passphrase or something of similar strength. I'm going to go ahead and do something simple since this is just for a test. And it'll have you re-enter the passphrase. Now here we can see that I have my public and private key. Now we'll go back to Thunderbird and then click the Tools button at the top. Go to Add-ons and search for an add-on called Enigmail. And here you can see that Enigmail brings together the PGP encryption with Thunderbird. So what this is doing is combining the GPG tools and Thunderbird, and it'll have you restart the Thunderbird program. So now once Enigmail, PGP, and Thunderbird have all been installed, you'll see there's a new option here at the top that says Open PGP, and you can click that and then click Key Management, and this will show you all of your keys. If you don't see anything here and you've already created a key over in the GPG keychain, make sure that this box that says Display All Keys by Default is checked. This is bold because it's my personal key and it's showing you that it's a public and private key. You'll see later that once we add a friend's key, it'll only be regular type font. So here we can import a key from the file that I've already saved to my desktop, which is publickey.asc. And here you see this is my other test user account, and it's not bold, which means that it's only a public key, unlike this one, which includes both public and private keys. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'm assuming that you know how to get your friend's public key into your key management system or keychain. If you don't, please see the other tutorial on how to do that. Now we can send an encrypted email to the test user here. So we'll go to Compose a New Message and type in the user's account. And in this Open PGP Security Settings tab, we'll just make sure that Sign Message and Encrypt Message and Use PGP/MIME are all checked off, and then click OK. And we can send this message. It'll ask for your password, although you could save it in your keychain if you don't want to have to enter it every time. And there you go. We just sent an encrypted email. Here you can see that it was encrypted. Now, if you don't want to have to do this every time, or worry that you'll forget to check these boxes here, you can set up per recipient rules for the people that you know that are using encrypted email. And I strongly recommend that you do this just to simplify things. So here, if you go to OpenPGP, edit per recipient rules, you can change when things happen. So we have guest user 5352@hotmail.com, and you can add somebody else here. And you'll just want to make it so that signing, encryption, PGP/MIME are selected with always. Now what this will do is it'll recognize that whenever I type in guest user 5352@hotmail.com into the recipient box on a Compose email, it's going to automatically encrypt it for me. Now here I'm not going to check the OpenPGP tab because it's going to encrypt it automatically. And now just to confirm, we can go to Sent Mail. And here you see that we have, again, a PGP encrypted email. Now, once you do this automatically, once you set up per recipient rules for all of the people that you know using PGP encryption, you will just use Thunderbird like you would any other mail application and just type in user addresses like normal. For example, if you were sending a message to someone who wasn't using encryption, it would automatically know that and it would only encrypt if you have set up per recipient rules. So this is it, and if you have any other questions, you can feel free to post a comment.